Hey, good evening, all you geeks assembled. This is us, and we are audio heads on Geeks Assembled, and we are here talking about the third lost story in season 23 or 22, with the Sixth Doctor and Peri, is, uh, and ruminating on what could have been, what should have been, what might have been.
Mm.
Deep sigh, and then also, uh, you know, kind of getting a good a good sort of grasp on what kind of excellence you can expect from any sort of big finish. That this is a couple of years old, but I tell you the truth. You won't find a story that has more touch points in fantasy and in psychology really than this, and it's a pretty good one. And I just like to first of all uh, shout out the director Ken Bentley on this, um, and it was written by originally by Paul Finch, and then his son Brian pulled all those notes together and wrote it. Okay, Lee, I want your opening thoughts though on Leviathan, Lost Story, Sixth Doctor, Perry, and uh, and what's your opening thoughts?
Um, it's a strange one. It's enjoyable. I like the feel of it, but while you're listening to it, you get the sense it's all been done before. Um, the Doctor and Perry land in this middle-aged English countryside, um, but nothing's as straightforward as it seems. You've got Herne or Herne the
Hmm.
Hunter, tracking down these people that don't want to sort of die. You know,
Right.
you're because in this realm, if you when you start questioning things, you are taken away and sort of, what do you call it, reborn as the same person, but from a fetus, because that English country is not really there. It's on a spaceship. It's in the Leviathan. It's in space.
And there's the
Uh,
name. So roll
yeah,
credits. No, I'm just kidding.
no,
By all means, like and subscribe and share this, okay? But anyway, go on.
yeah, but it, but when you get that, it's been done before. You get androids. It's
Oh,
been because you get it's Herne says
Tara.
it is an android. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and other people are androids. Um, Also, that you're thinking you're in one place and you're not. You're on a spaceship. That had been done in Enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else had been done? Oh, and the Zeron, what's in charge of all this place on the Leviathan, is a computer that's gone mad. That was done in the face of evil. Um,
And in the boss episode, the Green Death.
yeah. Um, so when you're listening to you still start to think, well, yeah, that bit's been done before, that bit's been done before, but it's still a good story.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, the one where you get to a certain age and you start questioning this, that, and the other. Why is life in the in this area of this countryside? Why doesn't nobody ever venture over there? Why doesn't you start questioning that the Herne comes for you and takes you away? That's the sort of idea from Logan's Run. You get to a certain
Yeah,
age, um, so a lot of ideas have been borrowed and put into this. Um,
seriously.
but it's still a good listen, still great acting, and you can see. Yeah, I think this was meant for season 22, so I think it was meant for the Fifth Doctor, really. Um,
Yeah, that's you get this sort of sense that there should have been one or two more companions in
yeah,
this.
this is you do get that feeling. But
Hmm.
I mean, season 20, season 22. I mean, season 21. I meant, was it season 22? I can't remember now. I'm losing track of them. But
Okay.
yeah, you can. It works well, and it works well for the Sixth Doctor and Peri. Um, but it's just the ideas. What you're listening, you think that's been done before. That's been done before. Um, but I do like the setting, and I do like the idea of it being in a great big Leviathan spaceship. uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was a good listen. It was nice to sit down and listen to it again. So back to you, Susan.
Yeah. So, yeah, I found a similarity in the sort of uh, setup with with this other movie that we just reviewed, Glass Onion. I mean, these are people who have been trapped on this place,
Hmm.
and they're doing ostensibly one thing, which is you know supporting the Baron, and you know in Glass Onion, it's this guy Miles Braun, but in this case, the Baron is as automaton, as robotic as the rest of them, and that once you find out that one is, you start seeing that all of them are glitched. Every single one of these robots are glitched, and it's not just people being awkward, which I'm all familiar with. I make mistakes in speech all the fucking time, and yeah, I'm a dork and stuff, but these robots really are there in the same kind of place. And then the other thing is, it's really interesting, is that this wasn't the first time we talked about Herne the Hunter. We did the Box of Delights, right?
Done the box of delights, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like we've actually like addressed this Herne the Hunter character before, and this one was okay. Uh, he you get to the interviews at the end, and they say that the reason that they wrote him pretty simply is because he was a broken robot. But you gotta give your character some meat or some muscle in the middle, and characterization on audio always has to do with some kind of dialogue. So either you have to make a glitch that needs repairs that can, the droid can be keeping working on, much like some of the droids that you see in later Star Trek, or excuse me, Star Wars television shows, like Chopper. Chopper goes shopping and finds new legs for himself because one of his fucking legs doesn't work. So if you got this Hearn guy who is like actually a terrifying character in the Middle Ages. And in that period of history, he's also like a really badass. You know, I just think that what's the answer there? The answer is that Hearn is someone to be respected and somebody to be that people don't have respect for him as much as fear. And so like that just I couldn't remember where we got him and where he came from. But he is very English. So yeah, it is quintessentially proper for Big Finish to bring him in. I hope they put him in something else. I hope that the android survives somewhere out there and comes back somewhere because that was fun. And if only they just upgrade his vocabulary and emotional intelligence, I, intelligence quota, and I don't know what else. But yeah, and and here's another thing I found that the story ran along on the tracks of this kid who was this kid who was um, just a little guy, and I can't remember what the
What?
actor's name is.
Gareth.
Yeah, Girth. But is was it
Gareth was
was
played
that
by
Howard Gossigan?
yeah, Gossington. Yeah,
Gossington. All right. So yeah, they're using the idea of a child in danger to really impel a lot of the panic and a lot of the fear, and that was a good choice because the actor played it well. He was a
mm.
good. I mean, he must be a good child actor because I have never heard of him, but I can't wait to see more stuff that one's in. And the other thing is I liked how they the Doctor and Peri had different groups to like do some activities with warrior activities and family activities, and they just found ways of inserting themselves into these people's lives. And I know that the reason that there were so many like vignettes of that is because of what you said in your opening, Lee. Is that this may have been better suited to the Fifth Doctor and a greater collection of companions. The other thing I like to say is that um, the 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 guy who wrote the teleplay for this it's the son of the guy who wrote the outline for the original. All he had was the outline. He didn't have a full on script, and he didn't have a full on even start a storyboard or whatever. Like sometimes it's just amazing what another family member can do. Like Brian Herbert taking on a lot of the stuff from Dune. I'm enjoying that. So, but all of these things to be said that this has got a lot of it's got a lot of really cool action, a lot of cool sword fights and jousting kind of things and horseback riding, and and then all all these nature sounds actually. That was great.
Also, you get the feeling of the other TV story, Robot of Sherwood,
About a Sherwood. Yep,
the Capaldi episode. You know,
yep.
you get that sort of feel from it. Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's an enjoyable listen. Only if you can picture the Sixth Doctor and Peri riding away on horseback and on android horses, sort of thing,
Yeah.
across, across the green lands.
Uh huh.
You never saw Colin Baker do on TV.
Right.
He gets to
I don't
ride a
know if
horse.
I don't know if I've ever seen him do that in anything that he's done.
No, but you can visualize this because it's a simple setting. You know,
Yeah.
the English country, the forest, the woods, um, and then you've got the spaceship. That's it.
Yeah.
And I say
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't know why it wasn't made. Um,
Oh, and the thing that would have like needed a BBC check on it was the recycling of the bodies. I mean, this went a little bit further than those like half people or the flesh people or whatever. These are clones that are made and they grow up from fetus
yeah,
and and when you hit your time, they're kind of disintegrated, and half of their body goes to feed the kids, and
hmm
the other half goes to feed the ship and and the other people, and creating more biomass inside. I just, that would have taken a lot to see that on screen, you know.
but
You get this. Just one more thing. Wait. Oh, isn't there like a story like where Soylent becomes a feeding something to eat, and it's people too. Oh my God.
you're looking at Revelation of the Daleks there, with where Davros is feeding the dead bodies,
Dalek.
making it into food.
Yes.
As you say, Solient Green as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you've got all these little ideas what keep popping up,
Yeah. Oh,
and
and the green life where the all the mushrooms and all those critters become protein and oh my
yeah,
gosh. Okay, we have gotten gross. That was I mean I ain't eaten in a week and I just think that that's just really gross. Almost gaggy. Oh my god.
yeah.
Okay, is there are there themes or story points that you want to speak about? Go ahead.
I'm just looking now. I think I've mentioned everything. Um, what I can remember anyway. Yeah, no, that's it. I think, Susan.
Okay. All right. Just like to read the rest of the cast off to you folks. John Banks played Herd the Hunter and the Baron, and
Mm,
Osric Tandris and Derek Carlisle, no relation to, my would-be Robert Carlyle, played Seaward and Master Sergeant and Gregorian. And Beth Chalmers, who we've seen in everything, so much stuff. She's she's ubiquitous. As Althea, Maud, Ida, and Zarin. She actually played the computer. And yeah, the computer, like Boss was the computer, Zarin was the computer.
Hmm.
And in so many ways, Zarin reminded me of the strategy computer on the Blake 7 on that ship.
Zen.
Yeah, Zen.
Hmm.
And then yeah, then there's Howard Gossington, and he played Girth, Thurston Sultan, and Jamie Parker played Wolfric and Edgar. And what
Yeah.
a great bunch of Middle Ages names. And also, let's see, where's my big finish app? 1 second. Um, one more thing. And the the stories that we've read, listened to, um, you get the sense that these guys had a lot of back and forthing. Um, in the interviews, you hear that there was a lot of back and forthing with David Richardson about certain ideas and certain things, and so that was really interesting too. And basically in 2 tracks, right? And so set up, even though you kind of can argue Fifth Doctor, but it was set up and executed like a 2-part story. There was a good cliffhanger in between, and this was this the third or the fourth lost story for that that missing season.
It's the third release, yeah.
Okay, all right. So then uh we'll probably be doing this in a fortnight, in 2 fortnights, in a month.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I got excited. Oh my God, excuse me. And the jeez, and the this box set, I think that they should release them all as a box set. As a
They're you can buy them as a downloadable box set,
hmm,
not
okay,
not a physical one, but they've done a bundle where you can buy all of them in one box set.
okay. Is it true that they don't release any more? Gosh, there was a triple. That they don't release any more of this season's these lost stories on CD anymore.
They haven't done a lost story for about maybe 2 or 3 years now.
Okay, all right. Well, listeners, watchers, hangers on are great fans. This is That's information for you to use. You can find it in like a thing, a group, a box set, a bundle, and you can do it that way. Because yeah, I just thought I had a brilliant idea back there, but then I remembered that they aren't releasing them on CD anymore. So what the hell was that point? Okay, the other thing is that I just wanted to capture the magic of these podcasts, and it's my excitement of being on this podcast this weekend was really helping me you know, get, uh, practice speaking a little bit here and there, and I did good. I had lots to say, and I said it all. So, yeah, there's some magic from podcast world, and yeah, we are rare and precious individuals. So I'm just glad you guys get a chance to see us every week. If And Lee, what's your final sand score?
Enjoyable, good story, but you can see elements pinched here and there from other stories, other movies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's still a good. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it 8 Herne the Hunters out of 10.
Nice. All right. Well, I enjoyed it a lot. I know that Lee will want to continue completing this missing season, and I also know that you, our faithful listeners, will be excited to know that we're back doing a lot of Doctor Who audios just because of Lee, because he is an old Whovian, and we just
So much
and
nil.
and because of that, you know, we're talking about classic Who a lot, and that's fantastic. That's really the best thing, and yeah, I have a lot of affection for the Sixth Doctor. I just I think he's amazing, and I love Colin Baker. Um, yeah, I need to meet Peter Davison and hopefully Tom Baker before that happens. But
No,
uh, I think people should feed him Soylent Green or you know whatever it is to keep him alive. Maybe vampire blood. I don't know what it is, but Tom Baker needs to live a lot longer because he's really, really cool.
yeah.
Anyway, on all of these levels, I'm really grateful for all of you watching our podcast. Please subscribe, like this video, share it widely, hit the bell notification, and then also, when you're done doing all of those things, check us out on social media. We'll uh, approve your invitation if you join our Facebook group, if you join um, our other social medias. He's got an Insta and an X account, and so haven't sworn off that. And then the other thing is if you want to join us, also talk to Lee, because this is a good thing about Geeks Assemble, is that like every week we have magical sort of
Mm-hmm.
connections between our topics and our um what we're playing, our playlist for the week. And also we have magic in here, like as a couple of podcasters that just like enjoy so much the realm of science fiction, the realm of the impossible. It's so great. And so join us. Got to be 18, have a camera, microphone, Zoom, device to play it on, and get in touch. Okay. And with all of that, I'd like to say, forward the Leviathan, but please either fix the ship or offload everybody. Okay. That's all I've got to say. Thanks.